Everybody's hair good?
Yes.
Sweet. Welcome to Creating a Future We Want. Special episode. Not long, but special. This is
Cora,
and
Kiara,
and
Antoinette.
aka the matriarch, the mama. And I'm Matt Keene. Welcome to Creating a Future We Want, our learning series. The project we are in the middle of, this is basically about how we homeschool, is What is a Garden? 30 Days of Adaptive Action. We are in our garden on an island in eastern North Carolina. It was a sand dune not too long ago, and now there's a bunch of stuff growing. We're eating some of it. The bunnies are eating most of it. We're grateful to be here together as a family and to be able to share a little bit with you about what adaptive action is, a deceptively simple but powerful process for engaging with, for instance, a wicked question like, what is a garden? Now, adaptive action, this process, I'm going to turn it over here for a moment. Can you guys tell me what the 3 questions of adaptive action are?
what? So what?
Now what?
Damn. Oh my gosh. So that's the process. Now, we go through these questions as a way to kind of delve into our understanding of and improve our understanding of something that might be, not have an obvious answer, like what is a garden? So here we are today. Our question is, what do we hear? So I'm going to start out right now with a slightly different question and ask Cora, what did you hear yesterday?
Um, well, I heard, um, I heard crickets, a motorcycle, water trickling.
Okay. How about you, Kiara? What did you hear yesterday?
Well, I heard the fountain, and I heard some mourning doves.
Okay, okay. Um, Now I'm going to say, if we could close our eyes. Okay, close our eyes. And now take 5 seconds. Antoinette, what do you hear?
I hear the fountain. I hear, I don't know, an insect, whether it's cicadas or maybe katydids up in the tree above. And I hear frogs chirping.
Kiara or Cora, what do you hear?
I hear frogs. You hear frogs? I hear the cars on the road.
Okay, you can open your eyes
bright
if
out
you
here.
like, or you can leave them closed. I'm curious. You hear the cars on the road. You hear the frogs. Cora, what are the frogs? So what? Question 2, right? So what are the frogs saying?
I don't know. I think they're talking to each other.
What do you think, Antoinette? So, if you were a frog, can you imagine being a frog? I once was, and then I received a little. Then I became princely thing.
Really?
So, what do you think the frogs are saying?
I think Connor's right. They're communicating to each other because I keep hearing them from different angles right now. And one goes and then another one goes. I wonder what they're saying because they do come out more often right after the rain. And it just rains a lot.
Probably saying how happy they are. Or maybe they're saying, I love the rain. What about you? How much do you love the rain?
Kiara, so So what could we do to find out? Or so what if you think you know what the frogs are saying, how do you know? And if you're not sure, so what could you do to learn what the frogs are saying? What they're
Um,
communicating, as the mama said.
well, I guess you could guess and make up a story about what they're saying, talking about. Um, you could also, like, research, I guess, like, what different chirps mean, maybe, that scientists have researched. Like, if a long one means, like, they're happy or something, or that they, I don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cora, do you have any ideas about that, or Antoinette? Like, how might we learn more about what the frogs are communicating?
I think if we could find some, and if one chirps, and we can watch how the other one reacts when another one chirps. See what happens.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm going to shift gears for just a moment, real quickly, and just see. Keep in mind that question that you might have that we were just talking about, how we might find out. I'm just curious, like, what is sound? Any thoughts, Kiara or Cora?
Mm, well, I guess vibration and like the sound waves through the air.
Hmm. Now, is that something that you have known for a long time? Did you recently learn that? So what did you do to learn it, or to come to that knowledge?
Well, I don't know. I guess putting pieces together of different things I've learned and reading books and things like that.
Hmm. So what is something else that creates sound that gives us some idea of how these frogs or cicadas also create sound?
Mm,
Cora, maybe Cora has an idea there.
um, well, I think the cicadas either use their legs or wings
Ah,
and
yes.
rub them together to make
Okay,
the sound.
okay. Well, Antoinette, it seemed like you were maybe going to say something there. Something else that creates sound. So, what is something else that creates sound that helps us to understand more about what sound is, or how these frogs create sound?
Hmm. I'm just hearing the fountain. We got water movement. It's making sound.
Mm-hmm. How do we hear, bad questions from the facilitator? It's a learning moment. I'm really not very good at this. Thank you for bearing with me as I learn how to facilitate adaptive action cycles. Slowly but surely. How do we hear?
With our ears,
Mm.
detecting those vibrations and those sound waves
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and traveling to our brain.
We could go on for a while about that. I want to make sure you guys get off to your lunch here shortly. They're going to go have an amazing lunch, and I'm just going to stay here and toil and work, and that's how it goes. That's
Probably not.
that's how it is around here. So what? Given our question, what is a garden? What have we learned today or discussed that adds something to our understanding of what is a garden?
Mm,
garden has sounds
Mhm.
and noises, and there are things in the garden, around the garden, that are communicating with each other.
Mm.
That,
Not just humans.
yeah, and it may or may not contribute to the garden. We don't know.
Is a garden if it was silent?
Maybe. I mean, if it's indoors and you don't let any animals or any bugs or something, maybe and no humans or anything, then I guess it could be silent.
What if we were sitting out here just an hour earlier when it was pouring? I think we'd hear a lot in the garden.
Rain.
Yeah, it's boring.
Hitting leaves.
So, does anyone have any questions in our now what phase of the adaptive action cycle? Now, what would some questions be that we could ask from here on that would add understanding to our quest for a response to what is a garden? What more questions could we ask?
What are the different sounds in different gardens?
Oh, I love that. I want to throw out one. What sounds are we not hearing in the garden? What sounds are we not hearing in the garden that other life forms are hearing?
A lot of those, I see.
Any questions you want to ask, Cora, about sound or hearing? Okay, okay. That's going to be it for today. It was a pleasure. Great to spend a moment with you all in the garden. Thanks for visiting Creating a Future We Want. Matt Keene, this is the Our Learning Series, What is a Garden? 30 Days of Adaptive Action.